Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Habsburg, Millennium. And where we last left off, we had finally got Valais as our vassal, which has been a long time coming. So now, we got some decisions to make. Oh my god, I am sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. Still recovering just a little bit from the cold that I've been under. So, I do apologize if coughs or horrible, disgusting noises sneak out every now and then. I'm hoping that that won't last for too long. But anyway, let's get on with the gameplay for today. I'm taking a look. We have 720 ducats sitting around really not doing anything. So we could do one of two, I guess we could do one of one things. Taking a look at it. Just want to see what actual counties I own. And it looks like Saluzzo down here. I don't know if we necessarily need that land for ourselves, but one thing I do want to do is get ourselves a new castle holding. So let's go ahead and build one of those. It's gonna take 2 years to build. One of the nice things about that is just, it's gonna basically become, once we throw enough money into it, a double of Habsburg. So our troops, our actual personal troops, should shoot up like crazy. Which will be good. I mean, just being able to build up a larger army for ourselves is going to be quite necessary. Looks like we got a new Habsburg in the mix. That's good. And now as for expansion of the Kingdom of Burgundy, if we take a look at our de jure realms, right, we got... Unfortunately, we got the Duchy of Lyon here that's slowly becoming French. Now, they've got, 91 years left before this entire duchy becomes French, and all we really need is just a county to prevent that from happening. Same as over here, I would guess. Although it's kind of weird that, oh no, I guess that is still French. We got a chunk over here that might be going. Regardless, if we're going to want to get this chunk of land, we're going to have to look at doing some political machinations. Now, if I remember correctly, Philip here is already engaged to a duchess. Is it Brindas? Yes. So, hopefully, the barony of Brindas here will shift over. I don't know if that's enough to stop the entire de jure, or the entire duchy of switching over to French rule. We'll find out, but that's going to get us our foot in the door in the region anyway. Alright, that's good. What we're really going to need, though, in a generation or two, is a way to get, if we could get the entire duchy, that'd be amazing. At least one little chunk of land I would like to have brought over to us, but I'm not sure how likely that is gonna be. We'll just have to play it by ear and see. Speaking of sea, we have a relatively nice kingdom, and if we take a look at the Holy Roman Empire, we are the strongest vassal of the Emperor. Which shouldn't be a surprise. We are the only kingdom, not de jure kingdoms, although I guess, yeah, there's not really a good way to see that we're the only kingdom in the Holy Roman Empire, but we are. My mission to Baden so far has been a success. During my visit to the court of Kaiser Hartmann the Just, I seem to have managed to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you are. Oh, that is lovely. And it does look like we could ask our liege for a title. I'm not sure if our liege has a title we would want. Maybe Luxembourg? No, that's far too far north. The Pope is dead. Long live the Pope. Regardless, we might want to just start pressing out for some coastal land. And nice would be nice. There's no question about that. And if we were to get nice, it looks like we might be able to give ourselves a bit of a... what's the word I'm looking for? Republic. That's the word I'm looking for. Why was that so hard to remember? We'll be able to get ourselves a Republic vassal, which would be great for taxes. To do that, obviously, we're going to need the Duchy of Provence, which we can't usurp, because we need land, and Nice is going to be the easiest land to get. So if we take a look at the Doge of Genoa, does have some pretty strong allies. No, not really strong allies. He does have a butt ton of troops, far more than we do. So to actually be able to effectively get Nice, we might have to build up our military a bit more, which then means that this castle that's coming in is just going to be perfect for us. We've lost our Chancellor, so let's go ahead and take a look. See if we can't appoint a new one. The Count of Piedmont, who is a powerful vassal, and who is a masterful diplomat. So let's go ahead, get him a position on the old Council-a-Roo here. And for now, let's just keep improving relations with the Emperor. Gebhard is getting on in years. I'm not sure fabricating a claim on Nice for him would be a good idea. I think that might be something better served if we got Philip the claim. Because he's going to be, obviously he's going to be a lot younger, but he'll have more time to actually build up Burgundy before pressing into Nice, and that's kind of the key. We're not strong enough to push against the Grand Doge of Genoa just yet. Although, well, I wonder if we just went for Susa, who does have a pact with... No, he doesn't. So how... I'm confused. How do you... Oh, you don't have the alliance with Susa anymore. And you're also married to... just a kinswoman of mine. Where did you come from? Gebhard the Ill Ruler. That's where she came from. My mission to Baden has so far been a success. Perfect. That's wonderful. The Emperor should absolutely love us with a wonderful diplomat like Count Lambert is proving to be. Alright, well... Count Lambert claims that Count Manfred of Neuchâtel is attempting to promote vile heresies. I don't believe it, but I'm going to keep this info to myself for now. I don't think he's a heretic. I think he might be a bit of a mean person, but I don't think he's heretical. Heretical? There we go. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is just pause the recording for now and come back when I've got something exciting to share with you guys. So I will see y'all in a bit. Alright, so good news. We've got the Barony of Aargau complete. And now we got to figure out what's the first thing we're going to build. Because when you build a new castle, it comes with absolutely nothing. So it's, usually if I was in a situation where, like, I could be raided by mean, angry Vikings coming to take my treasure, I would be looking at fortifications and walls and things of that nature. But I think initially, one of the best things we could do is just get our tax income up. So the first thing we're going to do is build a castle town in Aargau. And that should be pretty good. One thing I do want to just take a look at, considering I mentioned raiders there, we still have a Germanic ruler. It is almost the year 1200. But we still have a Germanic pagan kicking around. in the middle of, I guess, Sweden. So that's pretty cool that those guys have been able to hang around for so long. I don't think they'll be making a comeback, though. They'll either fall to the Catholics or the Suomenusko. So we'll see how long that lasts. I'm not holding my breath. Religiously, the Catholics have done pretty well in Iberia here. I would imagine the last little bit of Sunni Muslims there are just going to get taken care of. Orthodoxy is spreading east like wildfire, which is kind of surprising, but good on you, Orthodox. Well done. And then we got the whole Sunni-Shia split going on. It's a little bit of a mess. We got some other heresies, if you will, of the Islamic faith. And then over in here we got Hindu, Jains, Buddhists, all doing the thing. Wow, Orthodoxy made it all the way out there. That is crazy. Well done. Well done. The Empire is holding together. Although not all that well. The Seljuks, though, they don't look like they're forming that much of a unified push, and Jerusalem is still kicking, kind of. Which is kind of surprising. It's looking hacked to pieces, and I don't think the Kingdom of Jerusalem is going to last too much longer. Anyway, that's the world today. And I think we'll just wait this out. Keep building up Aargau. Obviously, that's going to be the main focus, basically, for the rest of Gebhard's life. I would guess is building that up. So yeah, we're kind of. I'm not going to say stuck, but we're definitely in a situation where we're building up instead of out. I do want to go for nice, but obviously we gotta improve our military presence a little bit before we can do that. And once we usurp the Duchy of Provence, I'm gonna guess getting Monferrato included in the Kingdom of Burgundy wouldn't be a bad thing. That's a relatively nice looking chunk of land. Might as well have that ruled by a vassal of mine instead of someone independent. We could even argue the same for Lombardy. Like I say, I don't know how much growth we're going to be able to push west into the traditional western borders of Burgundy, but if we can push east into Italy, cement our position a bit more, I'm not going to be against it. When I introduced my friend Heinous, my friend to Heinous, I had high hopes. They had a great time together, so isn't that wonderful? Anyway, guys, we'll see you. The Kaiser's liking us even more. We'll see you in a bit. Someone laughed at me. I will find the culprit and make him or her choke on their laughter. I'm a bit concerned. Looks like it's my impaler who was laughing at me. Let's expose him. When I found out who it was who had laughed at me, I tried to swallow my pride, but I choked on it and it managed to escape. Now Count Lambert won't talk to me. I do not need his advice anyway. He's only a sneaky, slimy, intricate web weaver. His opinion doesn't matter. Screw you, Lambert. I'm starting to think Frederica might fancy me, a kinswoman. Let's see, are you the type to go for this? A slothful, brave, proud, gregarious, just. I don't think you're the type to sleep with a kinswoman, so it's not appropriate. I mean, Christ, he's married to the daughter of the emperor, or the former emperor of the Byzantine Empire. That's not just someone you turn around and sleep with a country cousin with. Looks like we're going to need ourselves a new court chaplain. And we'll go with Otto, even though he's old and perhaps not the best bishop you can find. Still, though, with a rank of 17 learning, that's pretty darn good. Let's get you improving relations in Rome. And, I think that'll be it. Let's see here. We can get a commander of Burgundy set up. We should probably do that. 2 of them, in fact. And let's see how our vassals are doing. I don't necessarily know. Yeah, the vassal that hates us the most still likes us a fair bit. So I don't think we necessarily need to start handing out random titles. And I don't necessarily think we need to ask our liege for any titles. He doesn't really have any that we would want. Maybe even Baden wouldn't be all that useful to us. Breisgau would be about the only chunk of land I'd be looking at getting. And even then, I don't know. We don't need it. We've got Aargau coming along now. So, speaking of, we've got our castle town up. And I think the next thing we're going to want to build is a keep. So we'll do that. That should start getting our troop count up. We're almost at 3,000 though. So, I mean, building up Aargau here is going to be a huge boon to our military forces. It's going to be great. And they'll be our troops too. That's amazing. The only thing that'll screw us up now is Gaffelkind, but we'll see how that goes. I've been spending more time with my wife, Valerie, lately. And though, of course, we did not marry for love, I can tell it's growing between us. Aw, it's a good thing you didn't sleep with that random Habsburg. Anyway, guys, I think I will be back when I've got something a bit more exciting to share. See you in a bit. In geopolitical news, there's been a successful crusade for Anatolia. I had no idea there was a crusade going for Anatolia. It probably would have been apparent to me if I just looked up in the top left corner. But it looks like France is expanding themselves into Anatolia. Which is interesting, to say the least. I don't know. Bribed and threatened his way for a claim on my lands, huh? Go ahead and try. So with the French expanding into Anatolia and Aquitaine obviously cementing its position quite well in southern Iberia, the situation in France is interesting to say the least. During my stay at a court in the court of a noble in Schwaben, I have done my utmost to present my liege with good lights and happy feelings. And the Schwabian person was like, hey, that sounds like he's a pretty good guy. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to be going on with France here, but we'll see. They're still far too strong for us to press any of our claims, sadly. I think anyway, we should probably take a look. Can we get into Paris here? Thank you. 9,000 men, 6,000 men. I guess while they were away on crusade would have probably been the best time to push for it, but I'm just going to have to do a better job of paying attention to the geopolitical situation of the world. I noticed that Nicholas and Philip are not on the best of terms, a situation I do hope to remedy. I've invited them both for some quality family time in Habsburg. So we got this old dude and my son. They're going to have, you know, some good family time. Philip, Nicholas, and I had the greatest of time together. I'm sure they like each other better now. Yay! Alright, so we've got our keep almost done in Aargau. After that, I'm thinking probably the castle walls, just to be able to get more buildings built up. Although maybe it would make sense to get everything up to a level 1 before we start pushing up to level 2. We'll figure that out. Regardless, I'm looking forward to that keep, getting my army count up. And Valerie and I are getting along even better these days. You know, we're working towards it. It's certainly not easy, but we'll find a way. And she's zealous, so I mean, she's never going to give up on Orthodox. Oh my god, is she really? Alright, well, let's do that. We'll take a bit of a relationship hit, but damn. These two again? I thought you said they liked each other. Thank you, my dear. It's nice to know that you're a proud Catholic now. I'm sure your father is potentially rolling in his grave, but you know, that's fine. They had some good times. Good family times. Good fun had by all. Late feudal administration law. Not sure exactly what that means. We could go take a look. Late feudal. I would have assumed it would have been up in here, but I don't know. It doesn't look like anything there is all that different. And our laws are sitting just fine. I have no desire whatsoever to change any of this. I guess we could push it a bit more towards levies, just to boost our troop count, but I like the amount of gold we're making a month. I think that is pretty darn good, and I don't wanna rock the boat on that at all. Count Manfred had arrested an armed man with ragged armor and a spotty horse, says the man. Claims to be a hedge knight, but clearly does not believe the statement. I like our marshal, so I think we've got prestige to spare. Let's spend 5 prestige to get our marshal a bit more prestigious as well. Although he doesn't really need it either. But you know, it's good to have prestige spread around. The Kaiser likes us a bit more, and they're just going along quite swimmingly. Let's see, yeah, I think if we get all of these first before getting the next grouping of upgrades. Yeah, we'll get all level 1s first, then build the walls so we can get level 2. So first off, I think the best bet would be just a barracks. Let's get some more infantry built. Oh, we're sick. We'll see where that takes us. Anyway, guys, I will be back when something... Why are we at war with you? Oh, it's an embargo war. It might be the time, although we don't have a claim on nice, so we would have to fabricate that. Maybe it won't be the time for nice. We'll just let that embargo war go through, and we'll figure out... Well, we'll just let it slide, because we're not in a position to push for it. We could raise our troops to help out, I guess, but I mean, I don't think... We won't really get anything from that, so I don't think that's necessarily the best idea. We'll just let things tick by and do as they will. Anyway, guys, I'll see you when I got something more exciting to share. See you in a bit. And but a few days later, the kingdoms of France and Aquitaine have merged to make France super crazy. 28,000 men for the levy. I don't think we're going to be in a position anytime soon to do anything against the French. I don't even think necessarily the Empire is in a good position to do much against the French. So, I think we're going to go with our eastern push into northern Italy instead of our western push into de jure Kingdom of Burgundy, which is fine. Oh! Gebhard II has steadfastly fallen asleep in the Lord at the age of 59. He died a natural death. Long live King Philip. We have a new heir, my sister, the Queen of Castile. So... it doesn't look like, if she were to take the throne, it doesn't look like she's going to have any kids. So, at least that's good. I do feel a bit bad for the King of Castile. Who, you know... oh no, I guess the lineage will live on. That's fine. We're going to need to pick ourselves an ambition. And what do we got here? Council is discontented. Title loss, it's fine. Let's see, what are we good at? We're not good at much. We'll try to get on the council. We're the strongest vassal in the realm, so we should be on the council. And we might as well just send a request off. I don't know how well the new emperor likes me. Not a whole heck of a lot. But I'm sure he'll see the light that we need to be on the council sooner than later. With that being the case, it might be a good time to start fabricating a claim on the Count of Nice. Some coastal land would be nice. And once we get that, we should be able to usurp the Duchy of Provence and have some good times in the future. Is there anything else we need to do? We should probably pick a focus. It's been long enough since Kaiser Hartmann of the Holy Roman Empire promised to make room for me on the council. I could remind him to keep his promise. He's probably got a good reason for delaying. There's no reason to rock the boat. We're new to this whole ruling thing, so we're going to need a little bit of practice. We're going to need to get our troops up to strength. We're going to need to get Aargau nicely developed. But that's good. Oh, we need a focus, don't we? I would guess... I don't know why my council... Or is that my liege's council? My liege's council, but my council is discontented as well. I'm not exactly sure why. None of these people should have been surprised by me becoming King of Burgundy, so... I don't know, I don't quite know what's up with that. We should pick a focus. And let's take a look at ourselves. We're a flamboyant schemer, we're content, we're charitable, and we're deceitful. That's all sounding like intrigue might be a good way to go. My only concern is that intrigue does seem kind of useless. All you can do is really go off and spy on people. And free from captivity, but that's not really something we're that concerned with. Still, let's go with the intrigue focus for now. We're a ways off from our wife becoming old enough to get married. That's fine. And we're not a lustful or whatever character, so I'm not going for the seducer trait, just because I don't think it's a great fun trait. Gives you lots to do, but it's a way you can really put, you know, a bit too much influence into things. Anyway, yesterday I found a book and read it for a while. Then I put it somewhere and went for a walk in the garden, vaguely thinking I should get back to it later. Today I found the book again, but I couldn't remember what it was about, so I started reading it again. I'm pretty damn content with my life. You know, things are good. There are people who think I should be more ambitious and find something to strive towards. Henrik, leave me alone. I'm the freaking King of Burgundy. I can do what I want. And that, of course, includes just building up my castles. That's all I want to do. What do we got? Dangerous factions. One child lacks a childhood focus. So what do we got here? A kinswoman. It looks like money might be actually the best bet for you. So we'll teach you about thrift. That sounds like fun. And then dangerous factions. Increased council power in Burgundy. We definitely got some people who want increased power, but I don't know if they're going to be strong enough to push their demands on their own. Certainly not while we get Aargau stronger and stronger. Let's get a militia training ground next. And that should be good. We're definitely going to need to get ourselves a son sooner than later, so the realm doesn't get split between my three sisters. And yeah, that'll take care of itself. I'd like to know why you guys don't like me. I'm guessing it's just gotta be the whole new realm leader thing, and opinions will tick up as time goes on and as I get rid of a female heir and those things. So, what do we got? Another childhood focus. Come on, game. There we go. Okay, what are you good at? You're not really good at anything, so we will just pick heritage. Learn about the family, young Katharina. And I really do wish that the main head honcho of the family wasn't responsible for the education, not just of every Habsburg in the realm, but of children that just pop up randomly. A troubadour and his wife, the Trobaritz, has arrived from Occitania. Their performances range from vulgar satires to political servants and everything in between, including songs and poems of courtly love. They will be well paid, I assure you. Always pay nicely and well for the entertainment that gets provided to you. Because that way the entertainment should be good. And that's really all entertainment should be, is good things. Nice and clear, right? Alright, well guys, I think... What's this? Has been released? You were being held? Oh, I guess that makes sense, because we were at war with Genoa, and now we are not. So yes, that does make sense. Genoa is fairly spread out on the Italian peninsula here. Well, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm also thinking, like, maybe expanding... Once we get, obviously, a port, maybe expanding into Corsica and Sardinia here wouldn't be a bad idea. If we check the de jure duchies, that is one complete duchy. I would not be opposed to having these islands under my control. First things first, though, obviously we need to get a port, which means we need Nice, which means we need to fabricate a claim on Nice. Still coming along. Holy War for what? We got a French anti-pope. The King of Poland. Okay, well that makes sense, right? Like, yeah, pushing out east is a good idea. We should probably secure that county there, oh Emperor. Well, I guess with the German Liberation Revolt, maybe that's exactly what's going to happen? I don't know. We got some tech to increase. And let's see what would be a good idea. Zooming out just a little bit, we got light infantry, we got heavy infantry, we got cavalry. Maybe cavalry would be best. Although I am always a fan of getting military organization up. Getting that with a morale of armies at plus 31%, global supply limit increase, more retinues. Although siege is good. Now we'll go military organization. We will go... I guess legalism's really the only thing we can do here, and that's fine. And then, do we want trade practices? Not yet. Soon, but not yet. So in that case, I think we'll just go and get the next level of castle infrastructure, which means we do now have more things we can build in Habsburg itself, more stables, castle towns, and jousting lists, but I still think Aargau is going to be our build focus for now, just to get them up to a proper level. My attempts to increase the province levy have met with nothing but failure, and the reason behind that is Bishop Otto of Basel. He's been nothing but trouble since I arrived, and has used his wide influence in Aargau to hinder my initiatives. Yeah, well, he'll be dead soon. In fact, I wonder. We can't really speed that up, but he will be dead soon, so that's okay. Militia training ground has been built in Aargau. That is lovely. How much are these going to cost? These are going to be fairly expensive, especially the increased jousting lists. So yeah, I think it does make more sense to get these built up first. So we'll get a second level of, or a first level of stables going. And I think that's where I'm going to leave the episode for today. So, whoa, do not compress. Yes, that's fine, thank you very much. So thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.